So have you ever wanted to try all the different Hendricks Limited series? Well, for the past couple months, we've been collecting them, and we've been waiting to taste them with two special friends. These two. So we brought back AJ and Elisha on our show. They are our first guest and our first repeat guest. And you guys like Hendricks Gin, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, you like gin in general, don't you?
Yeah, but Hendricks is my favorite.
So have you guys tried any of these yet?
No, I don't think I have.
Right.
I'm confident I've only tried the original.
Okay.
I think I have, but I can't say I remember.
So what exactly we're going to be drinking today, Riley?
Well, we have the three beautiful Hendricks gins. The first is the Lunar, which is distilled with flavors of the night.
It's interesting because it's a very vague
Yes.
night.
Yeah.
That sounds very sexy.
It does. It does.
Seductive.
I'm very intrigued.
And then we've got the Orbium, which is my favorite of the varieties.
Okay.
And it's distilled with wormwood and quinine and lotus blossoms.
Okay.
And then last but not least, we have the Midsummer Solstice, which is infused with natural flavors and floral essences. So, and this one is best for daycations like brunch.
Like I said, today we're going to do the Gin Basil Smash with them, but first we're going to try them and see what we think of them and trying to give you some tasty notes, see if we can detect that
Those hints.
the hints of night or
Right.
whatever.
Okay.
All right, so do we want to start with the original Hendricks first?
I think so. Let's do the original.
OG.
Yum. I feel
Old
like,
Faithful.
and I feel like the bottles are very like stained glassy too, so like I feel like that takes you back to like feeling a little more classical too. Like they could all be together in like a stained glass window.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I love having them on the shelf together. So pretty. The cucumber is
cucumber.
so...
And the citrus for me
Yeah.
like really pops.
It's like
Yeah.
a sweet citrus.
It's amazing, because I think it's one of the only ones that I'll do that with.
Right.
Like I could do what we just did with.
Right.
You know what I mean? In the previous episode we did
Beef
Beefeater,
Eaters.
Aviation, is Aviation,
Yep.
Yeah.
and Hendricks.
Yep.
And I really think that this is the only one
That you could-
I could be like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Drinking it
drink
by
that.
itself, you mean?
Yeah,
I just feel like
sip
the
it,
other ones
almost.
are so heavy on juniper, and that's not my favorite
Right.
flavor profile. That this is like a lot more balanced and light, like
Right.
with a botanical mixture.
For sure.
And that
Tasty.
sweetness kind of helps balance it all
Yeah,
out. Just
agreed.
saying. So,
Definitely.
awesome. Which one will we do next? AJ, you want to pick which one?
I want to do the purple.
The Midsummer?
Yeah.
Summer Solstice.
I'll let you guys pour that.
So in my mind, when I see this bottle, I'm expecting like the gin itself to be like this lavendery color.
Right.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
See, that's the definition of a tasty taste right there.
Okay.
Not...
A sippy sip.
That's a sippy sip.
As opposed to a sippy sip. Cheers.
And the nose is,
It's much bolder. It's much warmer.
yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But it's like very like perfumey.
It's very perfumed. Very, yeah.
I feel like there's
floral.
Yeah. 100%.
not as much burn on the back end either. Like if
No.
you breathe in, it's more, you still
Yeah.
get like the floral feel in your mouth versus
Yes.
like with the original, you get a little burn, which I do enjoy.
Right.
Right. Can you pinpoint what the flower is? Like what the floral essence is? Because it's not lavender. I always want this to be lavender, but it's
It tastes
definitely not.
grapey, almost. Like,
I was thinking like
a
grape or like an orange, but grape is
It
probably
might
more
be
like
orange
it.
blossom, but like there is definitely like a grape on your taste,
Yeah.
which I don't
Yeah.
know what botanical that would be,
No.
but
My botanical knowledge is very minimal.
yeah.
Elisha, which one are we going to go next?
Let's do the lunar.
Okay. I think I like the artwork on the
Yes, I
do
love
too,
the
actually.
constellations. It's got that like silver.
Yeah.
And I really like that it says from our cabinet of curiosities.
Yes.
And so I'm like super interested in like natural medicine and like the like natural pharmacology. So like all of these are very interesting because they all have those like different properties for healing.
Smell this one though.
When I first was smelling it, it smelled really medicinal to me, but then it's so much more cozy.
Yeah, it's like cozy. There's
Yeah.
there's just a hint of menthol, but not enough to like, unless you're looking for it, not enough to really describe what it is.
Yeah, but there's definitely like those baking spices.
Yeah.
Like, just feels cozy. Like you should drink this when it's
It felt
cold out.
when I went to smell it, it felt warm to my nose.
Right.
Yes,
You know,
I agree.
that was
But
really interesting.
Not like the alcohol burn one.
No,
but
no,
like
no.
It just like the aroma
Like
was warm.
yeah, like it felt like warm,
Like baking cookies, but not
on the
Yeah.
tip of
like
my
baking
nose.
cookies.
It's really
Yes,
interesting.
but it's not like
Very
overly
interesting.
sweet, so it's very
Right.
interesting.
Just,
It's
I
more
think it had a different viscosity too. It seemed thicker.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Like just a little bit more in your mouth, residual in your mouth.
Like a hug of
Yep.
Hendricks.
Hug of
Yeah,
Hendricks.
That's going to be the new tagline.
Yes.
You can send all payments to Alchemix Bar.
That's right.
You're welcome, Hendricks.
Orbium.
Orbium.
Yeah, these are. I love their bottles.
Yeah.
I really
Whoever
do.
does the artwork.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love that style of art.
Does the name like trigger any other like words or like feelings to you guys like Orbium?
Opium.
Yes, immediately.
Yep.
Yeah.
Immediately.
You were just hoping someone else could say that.
But I
so-
think
Yeah.
that's kind of the point because like there's the wormwood in there, which is
Yeah.
also hallucinogenic.
Right.
Now I'm going to tell you this one. Well, I'll let you guys taste first.
Yeah, that's a big little glug there.
Oh, that one
I
kicked
feel
me.
like when it's
Yeah.
like this much, you got a gluggy glug.
Yeah.
Tasty taste, sippy sip, gluggy glug.
And a
Yeah.
skosh.
And then there's a
Skosh.
skosh. So this is like was the opposite of
The lunar.
the lunar
Yeah.
because it felt almost chilly on my nose.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I felt a cooler sense on it.
And sharp.
Yeah, and then it's probably the most. I think it was maybe the most bold.
I think so.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. I think like almost some earthy note. Leaves are the right word, but kind of.
I mean,
Yeah.
it says lotus blossoms.
Blossom, right.
Blossoms.
I also feel like I can taste the base of the Hendricks the most in this one to me.
Yes.
It's not covered by a lot of the other.
Out of all of them, what do you guys like the best just by itself?
Oh gosh. Like if I was going to sip on it with. Oh gosh. I'm between two.
Okay.
I think the lunar or the midsummer for
Okay.
me would be like if I was going to drink it straight, which I don't think I'm much of a gin like neat kind of
Right.
person, and I'd probably go like long lasting. I'd be able to like sip on this a lot longer because it feels a little bit lighter to me
Okay.
than the others. But I think I would prefer some of the other ones in cocktails. I don't
Right.
know if this would like hold up in a cocktail because it has a lot going on.
Right.
I'm torn actually between original and I think lunar
Okay.
actually. Because I thought it was the most interesting. Like
Sure.
it had a very wide scape of like everything from the nose to the actual taste.
Right.
Really wide.
And
Complex.
the
Yeah,
adventure was
complex,
bigger
thank
on.
you.
Yeah. Complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think those are the same two for me. The original was just great,
Yeah.
and the lunar also.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and I mean, Orbium was my favorite for the longest time in a gin and tonic. Hands down, my favorite. The Midsummer Solstice is just a little bit too floral for a gin and tonic. And the lunar, I think, is meant to be drank closer to neat.
Right.
Because I like it better neat than the Orbium. So I'm really excited to try the cocktail.
Yeah.
too,
I think this cocktail will match really well with Hendricks just as a base unit, and
Yeah.
it will be interesting to see all three of them working with it. So
Yeah.
For sure.
So let's make some cocktails.
We are back.
We are back and ready to go, better than ever. Better. Because now we have 8 cocktails in front of us.
Yes.
Who's excited to try these?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
Oh, one negative.
If you're not familiar with this format, I made all the cocktails with them in a separate room so they do not know which spirit is in which glass, and we're going to blind taste them, and we're going to talk about it, and they're trying to guess which spirit is in which cocktail.
Cool.
You want to move the glasses out of the way,
The
Miss
bottles.
Roommate? Mrs. Roommate?
We gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go even.
You go even.
Go evens.
So which one do we want to start with first, ladies?
This one because it's
Okay.
looking very.
Okay.
Oh, we just go
Yep.
first. Okay. Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.
This will probably be another one where you have to taste a couple before you start giving a lot of feedback.
Right.
The basil's really good.
So the recipe is 2 ounces of gin, 3/4 ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of simple syrup, and then 8 to 10 basil leaves. Shake it up, double strain, and then just basil as garnish.
Okay.
Gotcha. Get a little
This is perfect for Iowa August weather.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
this
is.
is so
It is.
refreshing.
Like I could just smash this one and smash that
Yeah.
one. And
Easily.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Is that how it got its name?
Smash them, yeah.
Basically.
Probably.
Because you still smash them.
What flavors do you
It's
taste?
very. Go ahead, guys.
This one's really subtle.
Yes.
To be honest, like
Yeah.
it's really solid. It's incredibly easy to drink. The aromatics of that basil in there obviously is just like the big punch to the nose.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes it all over.
I'm trying to figure out if I can pick up like the baking spices or like anything specific.
I'm almost gonna have to taste another one
Yeah,
before I
that's
actually,
usually what happens.
you know.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's go. AJ, pick up the next one.
Save some.
This
Don't-
is-
Yeah,
don't
save
Oh,
some.
finish
Smash
it.
it all.
This is my favorite glass.
Glass. Yeah, I love glasses like these.
Yeah,
The
this
suds
is-
on them and
yeah.
stuff.
It's got a nice
Cheers, man.
heaviness to it.
Are you taking a shot?
Yeah.
You know me.
Wow.
Super different.
It is very
It's
different.
very different.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think I know which one this one is.
She's really good at this.
Yeah. So going. Yeah.
So that one is way more citrus forward. It is.
yeah.
Yeah.
The other one has a lot of earthy tones in the end. And, you
I know, that's where I was like,
See, I
I think I know.
get floral notes in this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
And I wasn't gonna say it initially, but like I get floral notes in here.
Okay. What about the second one? You agree that's more citrus forward?
Oh,
more
absolutely.
Yeah.
Citrus forward.
Yeah.
It's more subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not as much of like the gin flavor. It's definitely like you taste the lime, you taste citrus, you taste.
Also,
Yeah.
Lemon.
still
Yeah.
very delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
Oh
very
yeah, it's still
smashable.
smash. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Next one.
Toll smash.
Let's go this way.
Cheers.
again.
That's gonna be our next shirt.
Yes.
Okay.
This is different too.
This one's a little wild.
Yeah.
Okay. I like wild. Ooh.
I think I know what that one is too.
Wow.
Do you?
This one's more sour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
It's a little bitter.
it's a little bitter.
Yeah.
And then the basil's not as dominant in this
No,
one.
it's like the basil is taking a backseat
Way
to
big
something
backseat,
else.
Yeah. Yeah, this reminds me like a whiskey sour,
Borderline.
but
yeah.
with like gin in there, you know?
Yeah.
And the gin's not that dominant. I mean, you can taste the juniper and everything in there.
It's more of like the bitterness of the like you said, the juniper
Yeah, it's
on like the
crazy.
back side of your tongue.
These are gorgeous. I don't know why I didn't take pictures.
Yeah. Make game again. Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
Salud.
This. I need to go before I say anything.
Oh, yep.
Ooh, this smells good.
I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. That one.
Oh, yep. This one's really easy to pick out.
Yep.
That one is a combination of all of them. Like I think I
You're kinda right.
It kind of it
In
grabs-
layers.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
one,
you're right.
This one tastes like the basil is so prevalent there, but it's mixed with other spicy notes.
Right.
Correct.
Feels warm.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
Yeah.
So
I think
first,
I know.
before we start guessing, which one's your guys' favorite one?
I'm between these two.
I think my favorite's number 2.
Number 2.
This one here. I think so.
I would tend to agree.
I like the first one.
The first one is
First
really
one's
good.
Really, really refreshing.
I like, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like going
The first one's good.
with more of the adventurous one, but
After
I
trying
just
one
like
now,
that.
I know.
Yeah, no, I feel
Oh,
this
it's gonna be-
this is like we said right off the bat, totally crushable.
Yeah.
Just
The first one, after trying
insanely
them
easy to
back to
drink.
back.
Like I want a whole batch
Yeah.
of this to just have out at the pool.
And that's what I'm thinking because we were just outside
Yeah.
for a little bit, and maybe my mindset is that's what I want.
Yeah.
right
I
now.
think this one is my favorite.
Yeah.
After trying like these two back to back again.
Number 2 is still my favorite.
I think number 3 is my least favorite, not because it tastes bad, but
Yeah.
because
Sure.
I think the basil isn't
dominant.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the basil is muted.
It'd be
And
interesting. Yeah, go
in
ahead.
this specific cocktail,
And I think that-
I want the basil.
Yeah, and I think in this one, it's just there's so many interesting flavors. Like that, every time you taste it, you're like, oh, I get something else. Oh, I get something
Yeah.
else that I'm so intrigued by it that I would order another one because I'm like, okay, I'm still like figuring that out and figuring out like where all the flavors like hit on my palate and go together.
I wonder if I took number 3, made a basil simple syrup, add an egg white to it, and made it into like almost like a
gimlet?
clover gimlet, like
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah.
That sounds
I see
delicious.
exactly
It
where you're
does.
going with that.
all
Basil
of
simple
them.
syrup, I'm in.
Put the bottle in front of the one that you think it is.
Well,
You guys can talk. It's whatever you think. You don't have to agree on it.
sure.
I'm pretty confident in my
I'm pretty confident. So you tell me where you're sitting.
original Hendricks.
Right.
Okay.
And then I think this is Summer Solstice. Yep.
Which
No, that's
is
Midsummer.
Or Midsummer, sorry. Yep. And then I think this is the
I think the Orbium,
Orbium is
the,
this one, and this is the Lunar. This has like a lot of the baking spices.
Yeah, a lot of the warmth,
And this is like that woodwormy, like medicinal
bitterness.
This was super sweet, and this is my OG love.
Yeah, and this is like this one you can definitely taste the floral.
Yeah. Yep. After going through them all and coming back to this one, because I was debating if this was original or if this was original, and then after tasting them back to back, I was like, oh, definitely.
If I was going
For me, this is my
for
order.
me,
Yeah.
I think yes on both of those. I think these have to
You
switch.
would switch. Okay.
I'd switch the Orbium because this is the last one we tasted, right?
Yep.
So this is, I think that is this one here, the complex one, and I think that this one here is that like kind of nice and sour and like, you know, I kind of got that feeling from that. So yeah.
Okay. And Riley?
I'm gonna go with Elisha on this one.
Okay. So right now we have for AJ's pick, and the two ladies have these swapped up.
Okay.
The stud is regular Hendricks, which that's correct.
Yeah.
Whoop.
The slanted glass, which is this one, is orbital.
Orbium.
Orbium. Okay.
Orbium, yeah.
Yep.
The tall rocks glass, which is this, is lunar. And then, so the ladies got it right.
Ladies win.
Yeah.
Well done.
We won the last one too.
Amazing. Like I thought Orbium was so complex, and that's why I put it over here. But I think I wasn't
so
trying
sour.
to pinpoint
Yeah,
things.
Right.
it's
But I think
You
it's
know what
that
I mean?
bitter
Yeah.
contrast.
So that's the really interesting thing. And so ordering any one of these, and if I got any one of these,
I'd be happy.
I'd be more than happy with it, right?
Definitely.
And I think that's the only thing that changed about this drink that you made, and that how much it differentiates each one individually.
Yeah.
Like is fascinating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's insane. The fact that they put that spirit in there as opposed to that one,
Right.
completely changed it
And I think this is
very distinctly.
Yeah, and I think this also kind of shows how well some mixologists are really good at pinpointing, like, oh, this one rum or this one gin will work so much better than this one because of just these subtle hints.
Yep.
Totally.
The reasonable price for what it is. Like, there
Yeah.
are high quality gins that taste great.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would say, so if someone wanted only one of these, because no one's going to go, not a lot of people are going to go spend $120 on it.
Right.
They're not going to do
Yeah. Which one would you tell them to go get, AJ?
Which one?
Besides the normal one.
Aside from
Because
the
I was
normal?
like, OG, I feel like is the most like universal,
Yep.
that most people would like.
I think honestly the most impressive of them was the Lunar.
Right.
It was so complex.
You know, because if you want to if you're gonna make this for your friends, then you go with this because it tastes so complex.
Right, yeah.
But if you want something that's like the easy sipper or something like that, then I'm a Hendricks guy. You've defined me as a Hendricks person.
Right, yeah.
Between these episodes we've
Right.
done.
I do think you have to think about like the seasonality, because I
Yeah.
think this, like, I'm starting to get fall on my mind, and I
Yeah.
feel like this is almost like a season of
I
Oh my
agree.
god,
gin.
yeah.
I agree.
So like definitely
Yeah.
summer. This feels wintry to me. This feels fall-y, and like
Hendricks
this is
spring.
all year around. But
All year
yeah,
round, but
spring.
spring,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
I agree. Check out our other video that we did. So this week has been Basil week. Check out, we did the Summer of 43, which you can check out earlier. And thanks again, guys, for having us on a
thank
remote
you.
location in your house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't wait till we do a third episode. We're going to do a different liquor on our third
Three-peat.
episode.
A different
Okay.
one.
We're gonna go
All right,
different.
we're in.
All right, man.
All right, cheers, guys. To
Hey.
State Glass.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, everyone. Have a great day.
Cheers.